Hi guys, welcome once again. My name is Obedience and you're welcome to the AC Milan Fan Club Nigeria podcast. I have here with me Landon and Santi. How are you guys doing?
Very fine.
Yeah, I'm
That's great
good.
to have
My
you. So how
week
are you
has
doing?
been great.
Oh, that's nice to hear. So let's dive straight into it. Luka Modric. I believe today was his birthday, and what do we feel about Luka Modric as a footballer as a whole, and also him as a Milan player in the first three games that we've seen so far? Santi, what do you think of Luka Modric as a player?
I think one thing that defines Luka Modric as a player is quality. Luka Modric, even from his Tottenham days, has always had that level of quality, level of class. You could see that Modric could change a game in an instant, whether it's with a goal, whether it's with an assist, whether it's with build-up play with his players. He does it perfectly and consistently over the last 15 years. And it has shown and differentiated him from Milan players. I'm not saying Milan players are not quality, but you would see the leap in quality from Luka Modric with the way he plays his game and handles the ball and dictates play from any side of the pitch. And it showed against Lecce, and it showed in the preseason, it showed in the games against Lecce, against Bari also.
Thank
I
you very
think
much,
I think
Santi.
Luka Modric is a role model for footballers, a role model for people outside football and fans all over the world.
So Landon,
He's a
tell me, what do
champion.
you think of Luka Modric
That's
as
just my
a
summation
footballer?
of yeah.
Okay, I think it's a player that is very much established in the football scene. He has won the Ballon d'Or. I think he has 5 or 6 Champions League. He has done so well for himself. He's one person that you can say as a player is fulfilled. And for Milan, is somebody that we are so, or personally, I'm happy to have him around. And then you can see his class when he's on the ball. So it's somebody that we're excited to have around. It seems like somebody that is going to be able to give so much to us, even though we believe that he's still with us, it's going to be a short period.
That's very true. Like both of you guys have said, Luka Modric is class in and out on the field, off the field. He's a very good human. He's a very good footballer as a general. So right here from all of us at AC Milan Fan Club Nigeria, I wish you Luka Modric a very, very happy 40th
Happy
birthday. And
birthday.
it's a very big milestone turning 40 and being at a club like Milan for that. I think it's a very good one for Milan as a team and for Luka Modric as a player. So next we're going to discuss the next couple of games that we're going to be having. First of all, we're going to discuss Rabiot versus Rome. We understand that when they were both Marcel players, they got into a very big fight that resulted in both of them having to leave the team at that particular point in time. And right now it is that they'll be getting up against each other in the league when Milan faces. So, what do we think? Is there something to look out for in that situation, or is just any other random game? Landon, what do you think?
For me, I would just say I expect that Rabiot can see it as an opportunity if he plays, because that's another thing is if he's even going to start. And I think it's just it as an opportunity to bring out something and get that win against his opponent's team. And so for us, it's just for him to maintain his calm and see how he can bring his best A game to it and show him that from the footballing side is or what he's capable of. So I'm looking forward to it more, not from the angle of the issues they have, but from me bringing something different, and that's going to help the team that is currently playing for win. So that's the angle I'm looking at it.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Santi, what do you think in that regard? Do you think there's going to be like something
Yeah.
fiery or if fights there, or if
Yes. I I actually think both of them expressed themselves in the game, versus Bologna on Sunday. I also think that Rabiot is a good addition to Milan's midfield. Um, he's Rabiot is a step in quality from the guys that we have, like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and I think Rabiot also gives Massimiliano Allegri, it gives him confidence in the midfield, at the base of the midfield, because Rabiot tends to break up opposition's play and also can move forward and score some goals. In Marcel last season, he was one of their standout players as they finished second in the league. he was one of their standout players last season alongside Greenwood and co. And I think he can have that added quality and also experience as Rabiot has played in the Serie. For a role of Bologna, I think he's a decent player. He can also bring that energy into Bologna's midfield. I think they have gotten over their role, Marcel. But the game against Milan might spark another competition against them and maybe a feud. I don't know, but I don't see them clashing like the way they clashed in Marseille. For me, I think Milan would get over Bologna probably, and Rabiot would contribute to that game very well. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So, we're going to look at the international break also. It's been a 2 weeks break, and it's the very first international break of the season. Do we think that it's a good thing for the team at the moment, having won our first game of the season, in terms of the Serie? We've lost one and we won one. Do we think the international break coming at this point is it good for the team in terms of them having to recover, more, and get acquainted with themselves? Lando, what do you think?
Okay, so for I'll take it from our own perspective as Milan fans. One of our key players definitely coming back. Also, the two matches we've played, there's been a lot of tension, so it gives us a reason to be able to relax and face the Bologna game. But the thing is, we've always known that if you look at our time pass, every time we come back from an international break, most times the result doesn't go our way. So we are hoping that this is going to be very much different. But in terms of the recovery of our injured players and key important players, honestly, I think it's fantastic. The international break came very much on time, and at least everybody can relax and we can face Bologna this
Santi,
weekend.
For me, I think the international break came timely for rest for some players, but the ones that played did well for their national team. The likes of Salemakas, the likes of Pavlovic, and even Estupinian, who has had like a quite tough 2 games as a Milan player. But I think it should give them that energy coming back from the international break. But as Landon has said, Milan has struggled always after every international break. The results most times don't go our way, but we hope that this time against a tough opponent like Bologna, we should get over the line. I believe we would get over the line, maybe by a lone goal, 1-0 or 2-1. Then with our attackers, the likes of Liao, who might not play that game, I think I'm looking forward to Nkunku playing that game and showing his class, showing his quality in that match.
Thank you very much, Santi. Thank you for talking about that. So that brings us up into our next topic of discussion. Because we plan against Bologna in the league, and bear in mind that this is a replay of the Italia final, which we lost, which invariably meant that we would not qualify for Europe at all in this season. And first of all, the loss was a very big loss, was demoralizing, in fact, in the sense that it was a very good chance that we dropped it as one. And two, it denied us a place in European football just by that loss. So coming into this game now, it's a new coach, mostly new sets of players. What do we think what's our expectation for Milan against this Bologna team? Bear in mind the way Bologna has played from last season and the way they played into this season. Randall, what do you think your expectation? Do you see us getting something like revenge? Although I don't want to call it revenge because that one is past already. Do you see us getting revenge for this against Bologna?
Okay, so for some reasons, I'm confident that we'll be winning. That's probably will answer your question in terms of the revenge and all that. But one thing I do know is that that match is Bologna would play with a team with high confidence. Actually, just like you said, following the cup final to which they took us out and all that. And I also feel like for the Milan players, even maybe a few of them that played that cup final might not be available or not even stay in the team. I think the team will be going with the mindset that, oh, we want to be able to win this match. So I honestly believe it's going to be something that's very exciting, and both teams will be coming with a lot of passion. And I think Milan is definitely going to try and make the most of that match come on Sunday.
So Santi, just tell us, do you see us getting revenge against Bologna in this game? Does the team look good enough to get a win against Bologna?
Yes, I believe Milan would get a win against Bologna. And also, I think Milan's attack will look more fluid against Bologna than we've had in the past when we had to come either from Leao side or come from Santi, Jimenez, and Chukwueze.
Okay. Santi. So you mentioned that the attack is going to be more fluid. Why do you think that's going to happen? What do you think makes us more fluid going into this game?
The addition of Nkunku in Milan gives a breath of fresh air to that attack, because there will be no more reliance on just one player, either Pulisic to play and either of the wings. There will be no reliance on just one player. There will be threats from either of the wings and the center man, which would stretch Bologna's defense and probably lead to mistakes and possibly goals in the game.
I don't
Thank you.
know. Is it just me? There seems to be this confidence that Santi keeps, like there's somewhere you're seeing what Nkuku will do. Well, honestly, we are looking forward to Nkuku doing, but Santi, his response to Nkuku, there seems to be something that he knows that we don't know. Anyway, on Sunday
So
we'll
if
find out.
if I'm if I actually if I'm being honest, Nkuku is a very good player. Yeah,
Okay.
we know
Nkunku
how
is very
is
technical.
very good, but we know how players have been at Chelsea of recent. They sign bulk of players and they end up not using like a large chunk of them and sell them off. And also the
So
fact
for
that he's
me,
injury prone is what we should be worried about actually.
no, that's not even the issue. The issue is say what you like. A player has to settle in. Now look at all the players that has been signed by other clubs. At least I've watched most of those key players, Sesko, Gakri, and Gokiris, and the likes. You can still see they are still finding it difficult to settle in. So I'm not even saying if Ikuku will come good or it will not come good. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying the way Santi is talking about him, like the player even has to settle in. He has to be able to bring himself. And it's seeming like, oh, there's something we already know. Like you said, he wasn't even playing in Chelsea. So anyway, let's hope and see what
But
happens on
but the
Sunday.
funny
Look
thing
forward
is,
to that.
he actually did play in Chelsea. I think last season he played like 40 games and scored 18 goals. Although it was mostly in the Conference League, but even at that, it shows that he's able to contribute to the team. So I can get
And
Santi being trying to be
and
optimistic about his
and
inclusion.
that thing I want to add is I saw a report on Twitter. I think someone posted it, that during the training, Allegri actually likes the technical ability that he saw in Nkunku, and for Allegri to like a player after he has already said from reports also that he doesn't know where to use Nkunku, I think it should give us a sign to know the level where Nkunku is at. Besides the injury records that he's had, he's a class player anyway. He did it in the Bundesliga. He also showed it whenever he came out for Chelsea most times. Although that spell was marred by injuries, but whenever he came out for Chelsea, he always showed them his ability, and he's a free kick specialist also, who can be a threat to opponents. So I think you will add that bit of extra quality for Milan. And also, from also a post that I saw on X, it says that Milan in the past 10 years has not had dedicated set piece takers from all angles, from the left side of the corner pitch to the right side of the corner pitch. This season, we have 3 expert corner kick takers in Estupinian, Modric, and Nkunku, and also Pulisic. I'm talking of
But in
experts,
the
those
no, I'm saying
who have
in the
played
ranking
over time.
of set piece in terms of corner, I think honestly I would rank Pulisic over Nkunku.
Yes,
In terms of corner kick, I don't know about
Pulisic,
free
yeah,
kicks. I would rank Pulisic over Nkunku in terms of corner kick. If we discuss free kick, that might be an entirely different issue. But going into this game week now, what what do we think would be the likely score? Landon will give us a score prediction for the game against Bologna.
Looking at 2-1, Milan 2, Bologna 1. One thing I still believe is that our defense has not settled down to be able to be, how do I put it?
Solid.
Yeah, and most times not be able to concede unnecessary goals. So I know I feel like Bologna will score, but definitely we're going to. So I'm looking at a 2-1.
Santi, what do you think?
For me, I think a lone goal scoreline should be the scoreline. I also noticed that because I watched a bit of Serbia's international break game, I noticed that Pavlovic doesn't bomb forward the way he does in Milan. So I don't know if his coach is a coach's instruction or he just decided to calm his nerve that day. If Pavlovic can calm his nerves, he's somehow a chaotic defender. If he can calm his nerves, I think he will do well against Bologna. I think we'll do well. And like Landon has said, the defense is always shaky. I think the defense line will need to just calm their nerves against Bologna because Bologna can hit you anywhere, and once they pack in attack, Ferguson, they are all the attackers, they bomb forward in packs and they can do damage. So I think the defense should just take calm and we'll see how the game against Bologna by long.
Okay, so Landon, you're saying it's a 2-1 victory. Santi said it's 1-0. For me, I think it's going to be a 2-0 victory. I really do not, I cannot place my hand on why that, but I actually feel it's going to be a 2-0 victory. So that will be all for today. So thank you guys for watching today. A very happy birthday to Luka Modric. He's literally one of the best players we have in the team right now, and one of the best players we have in Syria as a whole. So it's not just
Uh,
the Milan team. So
for
wishing him
for
a
me
very, very happy birthday.
for me Pelu, I think Luka Modric is my best Milan player that I've seen.
Santi, it's not been up to 1 month. Calm down.
No, I'm not saying playing for Milan, as in
I know.
playing that I've seen a Milan player now that is in Milan that I have seen. Aside from Pelu, I think Modric. I'll take Modric.
We can have that discussion any other time. So thank you so very much for joining us, guys. This remains is Milan Fan Club Nigeria podcast. My name is Obedience. I had Landon with me and also Santi. Please like, share, leave a comment, tell us what you think about everything that we've discussed. Invite people to watch and spread the word around. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We are literally so thank you so much for joining me, guys, Landon and Santi. We'll see you
You're
guys in the
welcome.
next episode. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you. Forza Milan.